Okay, so like after all of this that's been going on, I've been deported, like life has passed by, I started to like experience these how would you say it, these realities in which the time goes by faster, At first it was in Tulum, the first time that I experienced something similar. Then it was Culiacan, and right here it's the third place. Right here is the third place that I've experienced. You were to say the Leva de Soli. You know, the rise of the sun going up faster, and at first it was like also unbelievable, but after everything that I've been through, you know, these past couple of years in my entire life. I mean, I don't think there's, I think that that's exactly what's happening, you know, that I'm in some type of room and they're messing with the sun. They're messing with the sun, and that it's fake and that it's some type of reality that they created to manipulate and to torment me. And these past couple of months I've had to adapt to eating once a day. To eating once a day, I have to adapt to listening to noise non-stop as soon as I wake up. Animals non-stop. I've never experienced something like it, and there's therapy in every single corner. I have to prepare for it, you know. I wish I had like a camera, that you strap to your head, like the bikers, the lacrosse or the mountain bikes. I know sometimes they go off terrain and they record stuff, they record where they're going. And I think that it would be awesome for me to be able to do that, for me to be able to highlight, uh, what I'm listening to, what I'm going through, so that so that I can expose it, you know, because like you're to say, are you going crazy? I'm hearing this shit. I'm seeing this in every corner. I could record it. You know, I can't do that with this cheap tablet that I have. Record like 4 or 5 hours or an entire day. You know, I can't do that. It would be pretty cool if I could, but I can't. You know, and so these past couple of months have been really intensive. I've been still extracting blood, which is dirty beyond dirty, and I think I'm like, almost gonna resolve the problem. My hands, they feel better, but my mouth, and my chest, it feels like, it feels like almost when you're smoking weed, when you take a first hit of marijuana, and like you feel this like sensation inside your chest. Well, that type of sensation, I feel it like in my stomach, and it's almost like being hungry, extremely hungry. But I know that, I'm I'm very like positive that that the sun is going up and down, that I'm living 3 a days. I remember when the days were like extremely long, extremely long. You do a lot in a day, and not anymore, you know what I'm saying? And so if I calculate correctly, and if I'm correct, if I eat breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and then like some type of snack, I would be full and I wouldn't have time for anything. you know. And so, like, I've adjusted and I only eat once a day. Once a day, I only eat once a day at night, you know. At first, it was because of the time. At first, it was because um, I couldn't be making breakfast, lunch, and dinner. I had other things to do, and so I adjusted, and I would make a very big dinner. But even then, my stomach, it would fill up so much that it would hurt, all at one time. And so I stopped eating so much, and then like the days just kept going faster, and the experience of the Deportiva and the Forestal is unforgettable. It's unforgettable. I'll never forget it. And so I guess you could say I've handled the situation, accordingly, and I have demonstrated progress of surpassing this obstacle that they have before me, that they create before me. I don't think that it's, how would you say it, mere chance, coincidence that, people fall into. Like, I go out, I feel like at times I go out and like people are constantly coming out, you know, creating, how would you say it, creating a certain, how would you say it, atmosphere coming out of their houses and shit, you know, coming out of their houses. And I feel like it's the Truman Show, where I go back down where I came from, I hide for a little bit, and I go down the same street and it's empty because it can't be as active. It can't be active like for a certain amount of time. It has to, people, you know, the neighbor in the neighborhood, people are not going to be constantly coming out in the morning. They have their time, like 5 minutes where there's like four or five people coming out all at the same time. I've never seen it. I've never seen it, four or five people come out all at the same time down one street, you know. I've never seen it. You only see like one, two people coming out. The neighborhoods, they're neighborhoods. You know what I'm saying? They're not packed to the max of people. They're one family in each house. You know what I'm saying? Like everywhere. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know. Like I say to myself, you know, I've adapted. And the only thing that really bothers me right now more than anything is this sensation of feeling hungry, this taste in my mouth that feels like chipotle, or I don't know, it feels really nasty, it tastes nasty, and I could feel it when I breathe, and I could, it's like really really nasty. you know at times I think I feel better, at times I feel better sometimes, but right now, these past couple of days, these past 2 days, I felt like, like out of breath, like if I can't breathe, with meat, with the taste of meat in my mouth. And I don't know, I think it's really messed up because, like I said, like I haven't eaten meat in 10 years, and more than like about, I think I'm going on 14 years already. 14 years. I haven't eaten meat. And for me to be going through this, like I said, like I really think that there's an administration, that when I was born, there was an administration waiting for me. And that ever since then, they've been, you know, messing with my reality. It's almost like being stuck in a room with a whole bunch of people that could do whatever they want. And like, I feel like they say, like, almost as if the government says you have a year to condemn him, and then you have all these tactics, what you can and can't do.